here showing off our new Vader run. Pretty much going to release on the 2-year anniversary of our original Vader run from 2017. But we've got some exciting new changes with some things we learned from the previous model, things we wanted done differently. And we worked with Peter at 89 Sabers, come up with a base platform hilt that we could work from that would have all of the changes we wanted to see from the previous model. We're going to have 3 different configurations this time. We're going to have the ESB configuration, the Rogue One configuration, and the A&H configuration. And that's not all. We are going to have 2 different versions of the Vader saber. We're going to have our standard chassis version with removable battery, great for costuming cons, troops, that kind of thing. And then we are going to have the Kyber Edition, which is a crystal chamber reveal. Not just any crystal chamber, but a dual quartz crystal chamber reveal. And we're going to show you guys all of that here in just a moment. So some of the things we wanted to incorporate in our standard chassis model, of course, being one of them, the removable battery. With the advent of NeoPixel, it becomes even more of a convenience to be able to take extra batteries with you on troops or at conventions, whatnot, to swap out the battery. So we have made it easily accessible this time. The switch solution for both the auxiliary and the main switch have been refined. On our previous model, we had some times where the aux button would sometimes over tighten and stick or get too loose. So we have taken care of all of that with the new platform. The ease of getting into the saber has changed. No longer is it required to loosen the nut here on the ESB or Rogue One version with a wrench. You can just simply unscrew the rear grip. So it does make it a lot easier to get into. So Friday, March 22nd at noon Eastern USA time, so that's 12 p.m. Eastern US time, we'll be launching the run of both the standard chassis edition and the Kyber edition of our new Vader saber. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way here and start showing you guys the hilts. We're going to start with the standard chassis version. Save the best for last. So we're going to go over some of the features. This is a Rogue One edition, and really there's only a few minor changes with the aesthetics, being the screws and the grips that you see down here. And the couple of the wire colors have changed. We have a gray wire and a brown wire that has changed color on the Rogue One from the ESB, which you can see here. We've got blue and white there and gray and brown. Well, on this side, instead of the gray and brown, it's the white and brown. So slight differences, but all in all very minor. But I do kind of like the screws and the grips. It gives it a little bit something extra in the back. But we have our aux switch up here still, but like I said, it has changed, so there's no longer any fear of loosening it or tightening it. It is free spinning, but it does activate or boot up the saber when you touch it. Activation switch is down here still. The Vader sabers will come with a selection of Vader fonts on them, as well as our standard gray meat and dark meat. It's to be determined exactly which ones we're going to include with the package. But rest assured, you're going to get some awesome dark Sith Lord goodness. All right, so we're going to show you guys the chassis. We're just going to carefully unscrew the rear grip here. When it comes loose, just slide it off. And that gives you access to the battery. We got a pull ribbon here to help take out the battery. That way you don't have to worry about having a Lego tool or the guitar pick or anything like that. It just has a ribbon that you just pull up on and the battery comes out. We also got plenty of room in here to get to the SD card, which is tucked up under this lip there, so you can pop that out, take it out, do whatever you got to do, and put it back in. Or if you're the adventurous type and you want to have the Bluetooth upgrade for doing things like altering your parameters, that will also be available on this model. So we've got the 28mm high bass speaker in the back. This is a NeoPixel install here, so we do have the high drain NeoPixel battery in there, the 15 amp high drain battery. You're going to get a little mini screwdriver to allow you to tighten and loosen the 2 blade retention screws that are here on the sides. And you will get a charger with the saber as well as your blade, an appropriate blade for whatever version you choose, whether you choose Sun Crusher, LED, or the NeoPixel model. that back away, and you just tighten that back up like so, and you are ready to go. Alright, so we get to the star of the show here. We have mocked up our Kyber Edition in the A&H version of the saber. The A&H, I would still like to just loosen the clamp lever here. That does allow it to breathe a little bit, so you can unscrew that rear grip a little easier. Again, this is a NeoPixel build, so of course we're going to get that awesome scroll effect if you go with NeoPixel. And of course with the Spectrum, you can change the color to any one of 16 on the fly, which is unique to Collector Products right now. And the Spectrum feature is just awesome for being able to, hey, choose your mood. Of course, like I showed you earlier, the Spectrum feature also changes the crystals inside because they follow along with the blade. We had shown some sneak peeks on the webpage and on the our Facebook group of the machining process of some of the prototypes of this chassis, and we have done a painstaking job, machined aluminum and brass in a dual quartz crystal chamber there. You'll see the Kyber crystal here and the focusing crystal up at the front. Hopefully the camera will focus in there. We've got brass fins, brass tubing. We've got all sorts of detail work in the aluminum here. Nice design work on that rib cage, flowing through some shine through slots on the back of the crystal. Then we've got it carrying through the design to the brass sleeve here, which has a ton of detail milled into it. You can see these slots here. That's for the awesome rails that this thing slides on, so that you can access your sound card, SD card, and your charge port. So we've got a kill key in here, and also an option on this will be accent LEDs in that little window there. Alright, so once you're done taking your kill key out or making changes, whatever you got to do, charging your saber, you can simply push that back together, and you can see beautiful dual quartz crystal chamber lit up there, and of course on the back, some nice shine through the slots there at the Death Star panel style slots. Of course, high bass 28mm speaker in this one as well. Resonance is killer. And of course, being NeoPixel, it is color changing to match the blade. So, using Spectrum here, I can tilt through all the different colors. Of course, this is a Vader saber, so I do like to keep it on red most of the time, but the fun of being able to change is there. I'll sort of roll this around here so we get some good shots of that. We're pretty proud of the crystal chamber. We wanted to do something that was elegant looking, but also that could fit into a production price point. And we didn't want to use 3D printed parts. So everything is machined, CNC machined, the aluminum, the brass, the Delrin piece here holding the soundboard. So we decided to use all the machined parts in lieu of the 3D printed stuff, just mainly for quality. You get that crispness of the aesthetics, of course, but quality-wise and durability-wise, the machined parts are going to be a lot more able to withstand just playing with it than 3D printed stuff, which is by nature very brittle currently. So we didn't really like that, and I like the look of real metal, and not hand machined, but CNC machined here in the U.S. Is something that we like to pride ourselves on, and we take great care in our design and engineering of our stuff. So we wanted to bring you guys a crystal chamber reveal chassis Vader that you guys would be proud to display on your shelf, but was also made with quality and precision and to a level that we can offer it to you at production pricing. So with with that said, let's talk pricing. On Friday, again, March 22nd at noon Eastern Standard Time, we will be putting the run up for sale. The standard chassis version, the one I showed you first with the Delrin chassis, that one will start at $599, which I might add is not even a price increase over our previous model and design, even though there was tons of R&D and work put into changing it and updating the design for you guys. But we wanted to keep that price point very similar. So nice brand new Vader saber, able to order in 3 different configurations, starting at $599 with the standard Delrin chassis. The Kyber Edition will start at $899, which is an incredible price point for something of this quality and detail. So starting at $899, you'll be able to get a crystal shard equipped Vader saber from Vader's vault with a dual quartz crystal chamber reveal. And that's what we've got for you guys. Friday, March 22nd, vadersvault.com. And we will be releasing some more photos and some more detailed information on what font package we'll be including, as well as reminding everybody of the date, time, and pricing information. If you're not part of our Facebook group, please join us. It's the Vault, a custom saber community. It's many thousands of active members, all loving the saber hobby. It's awesome to be a part of, and you can hear about and see cool things that we like to release, as well as talk to fellow saber geeks. So it's an awesome place to be. Come check us out. And thanks a lot. Enjoy your sabers.